What?
Why? We've got nowhere else to put it.
Oh, you'll get pinched if you do.
Where's the hotel car park? Well, no one. No, that's bloody useful.
No alternative, is there?
No. Well, I know, you know, I mean, I think if you adopt that sort of attitude, you're going to have quite a bit of trouble, to be honest, because there's going to be about 3,000 cars arriving.
I quite agree.
Let's have that switched off, please.
What number are you?
I'm going round the block.
I think it's going to be a very good event. It's a super format of event. It's 2 good competitive days, very little road mileage. It's mainly special stages. It's the sort of rallying, I think, that's going to grow and grow in England, you know. It's like these one-day national events. Well, this is the international, 2 days, very competitive motoring.
Conditions are going to favour your driving style?
At the moment, I think so, yes. But you tell me, have you been up on the top and seen how much ice and snow there is?
Very little snow, actually.
Well, that's good. I hope you're right.
Well, do you like the snow, then?
Not so much, not when there's Finns and people here to beat.
I think Roger will win. It's his sort of rallying. It's the big, wide Yorkshire stage, I think, will really suit Roger.
I hope it isn't foggy.
But not only was it foggy, there was ice as well to greet competitors on a frosty February morning when the Castrol Autosport Championship opened with the Mintex International. Fog so thick that dozens of crews got completely lost on one stage, visiting what must have been the busiest turnip field in Yorkshire. But before that, competitors had to cope with the slippery cobblestones of Scarborough's Marine Drive and the nearby motorcycle racing circuit on Oliver's Mount.
Oh dear, what's that there, John?
Well, it's the distributor. We've taken it out. The car is now running perfectly, but it stopped on the stage, unfortunately. We've checked everything out. The points are okay, the condenser's okay. It must be an internal problem, but unfortunately we're out of the rally.
So how does this affect your chances in the championship, then?
Well, not greatly at this stage, because it is the first round, but, you know, we'll have to press on and do better in the second, third and fourth rounds, you know. So the reigning champion, George Hill, was already out. Meanwhile, the rest of the rally was deep in the famous forests of North Yorkshire. Daunting stages like Dalby and Wycombe, where it soon became clear that the checkered flag Stratus had taken its customary early lead ahead of Ari Vatanen and the rest. lunch, and the pattern of the rally was becoming clear.
No, we've been rushing around like mad, this morning, and we've just got in. Who's leading?
Dawson.
Dawson, is it?
Dawson in the Stratus.
As Roger Clark headed back to Scarborough for the overnight halt, he was closing the gap on the rally leader, Andy Dawson.
Fog this morning was a bit diabolical because you can't see anything through the very steeply raked windscreen. But this afternoon I've been sort of quite enjoying it.
Any problems at all during the day?
No problems at all. I've been driving it nice and gently, trying to keep it on the island, trying to keep it going well. And then 3 stages ago, the rear body section flew up. The clips came undone, and it took the rear brake pipes with it. So we lost the brakes and the body. Luckily, the body closed back down again. We, in fact, were fastest on the stage. I think faster because of no brakes. But the next stage, we were very late, thick fog, and Roger took 30 out of us on the one stage. So whether he's back in front again, I don't know. I don't know how much buffer we had.
Hello.
How's it gone today?
Well, not so bad, It's been a bit muddy and foggy early on, but it's been the same for everyone. So.
Any problems at all today?
No, not really. Only driver problems, I think.
They're doing very well. Yeah, going very well. Colin's having his moments of going on and in and out the ditches, but otherwise it's going very well.
What, can you go into more detail on that?
In going in and out the ditches?
Yes.
No, it's Colin's usual style. But you do these silly things, don't you? Me more than most.
Like that, so we were only 4 seconds apart from Billy Coleman, so...
Well, what position are you in?
7th at the moment. Well, we hope. We'd like to finish in the first 5 if we could.
What's it going to be like tomorrow, you think?
Well, I mean, it's terribly slippery, and I can't really see it changing tomorrow, and it's all cut up real. And I can't really see it getting any harder, so it'll be the same. I just hope the fog goes away.
Tomorrow, Roger Clark and Harry Vatanen, watch out.
After the yumps of Castle Howard, it was back into the forests. And by now, Brooks had decided that he was going to win. In fact, Andy Dawson was still in the lead, but Roger Clark was missing.
Did you know anything about what happened to Roger and Henry?
No, we didn't see him. We came through afterwards. We didn't see him at all. We have a feeling he went off in the same place we went off, on the reverse way through.
I think he rolled off the road, down a drop. Ingleby's a nice stage. I know it very, very well, and I always do well on it, but not this time.
Who do you think is going to go on and win?
Well, if the Stratos keeps going, then I think that should win. It's obviously the fastest car, but Russell's driving very well, and I think he will be certainly right behind it.
So, with Clark out, the Stratus had a clear lead. But could Andy Dawson get the car to the finish, as so many drivers had failed to do before him? Breathing down his neck were the escorts of Russell Brooks and Ari Vatanen. It was going to be a nail-biting finish.
good day? Has it gone well today?
Yes, thank you. Quite good, yeah.
Any problems at all?
No, really, with the car, nothing, but just my own driving.
Somebody gave me a document a few minutes ago which showed us leading, but one of the problems is that a stage was cancelled earlier, and because of that, we're not entirely sure at the moment which of the three. It's very, very close. I would reckon they're all within about 20 seconds of each other. But that's a little bit of a guess. Very, very close. It's been a really close battle all the afternoon, with first one car in front, then the other car in front. But we've been so busy concentrating on trying to do well that we haven't had time to concentrate on how everybody else has been doing. It's just been go, go, go.
We started off having some problems with the back end and then with the brakes, but just sort of kept it all in one piece. We've just been on Oliver's Mount and just gone like absolute crazy, because I've got a feeling we were behind Vassinen going onto Oliver's Mount, but I've just thrown it round there like I've never driven in my life before. I think we've beaten him by enough to pull it off. I don't know. And we won't know till later, I suppose.
The difference between an international event and this sort of restricted event that we're on today is that, you know, the competition is just as severe, but you're one or two of the top names missing, and the event is much shorter. It's compacted into one day. We're in the park. The social atmosphere is very good indeed. You know, this is probably better than an international in that everybody got together last night and will do this evening.
This rally is unique in its own way because it's centred in the park, and there's some marvellous roads in the park here, very, very fast. They're using the park, I believe, 4 times today, which constitutes for nearly 30 miles of motoring.
Basically, you come back to the park 3 times in the day. So I thought the best thing is we'll put our service vehicles here. Yeah. And it's the best place for everybody.
Well, we're a little bit trouble with this car, and it's got the better of me, you know, every time we've gone out with it. So we'll have a play around these trees and see how we get on.
What's the difference between this sort of rally and international rallies like the Scottish and the RAC and so on?
Well, I suppose if you make a cods of it, it doesn't matter so much, you know. You haven't lost all the backup and the work that's gone into it. It's sort of a day out, you know. I hope so.
This is what I was talking about. Yeah. In this park, with all these gravelly bits, this will help you. From the airfields, the big shoulder block here. Give me the speed. And the stability. Yeah. That's what I think you want to use. Okay. M&S are fine if it's all forest. And A2 if it's nice and fast, smooth, hard forest. But here it changes so much. Half and half. And I know you're shorter wheels, so it's a case of using what's the best compromise. Fine. All right, so we'll put these on for you.
I think there's 10 people here that are capable of winning today.
Name me a few.
George Hill, Donald Heggie, Tony Drummond. I think Tony Drummond is the man in here.
I've only been through once on last year's RAC, and I didn't reckon it then, you know, so...
Why didn't you reckon it?
Oh, very narrow, you know. The trees are too big as well, you know.
By the time Graham Elsmore led the field into the Arkle Rally, it was July. 5 rounds of the championship had gone, and David Stokes was leading by 8 points. Hot favourite for the Arkle was Tony Drummond, now expected to challenge for the championship lead. One of the discoveries of 1976, 20-year-old Malcolm Wilson. David Jones, whose enthusiastic driving took him into the lead at one stage. Paul Faulkner, one of the few private entrants who can afford to rally a full house escort. Scottish driver Donald Heggie, here lying second overall ahead of fellow Scot Willie Crawford. George Hill going well this time. Group 1 winner on the Arkle was Chris Field, who went on to take second place in the championship. The man to beat in this hotly contested category was Henry Henrietta, who seems to have mislaid part of his escort.
Can we have some help to find this wheel on half shaft?
Just fan out down the road, can you? About 50 yards further down and fan inwards. It must be here somewhere.
The lost wheel was eventually found on the opposite side of the track from where co-driver Martin Whale had sent the searchers. Henry had been leading Group 1 both on the event and in the championship, and this incident cost him dear because he eventually lost the title by just 2 points. But, as befits the man in charge, Henry retained his Spanish dignity by avoiding any heavy lifting himself.
Can we lift the car up, please?
Okay.
Who's that green wheel?
All right, okay. Get it on there.
Meanwhile, the leaders were arriving back at the lunch halt, with the rally going according to form.
I think we're leading, you know, but I mean, I say anything could happen in here, you know.
Well, at the moment we're laying 7th. Quite pleased, seeing as there's 7 more stages to go. We've had brake problems. There was too much burst on the back, and they were locking up much too soon because the new car today is only, prior to the event, it had done 28 miles, you know, and it's going well now. The last stage through, we went very well.
You got it fixed though, have you?
Yes, I think we've got it sussed. I hope.
So you're going a bit quicker this afternoon?
Definitely.
The notorious Ford in Mizzerden. Stokes, knowing it well, goes through with extreme caution. Faulkner, only 20 seconds behind the leaders, tries the flat-out approach. It cost him 6 places. George Hill used the same technique, but a better brand of damp start. For some people, it was enough trouble working out which way the road went. Still, there was only one more hazard left on the Mizzerden stage. And for this car, entered by the Bath Motor Club, the Ford shouldn't have presented much of a problem. Oh dear. David Jones, whose efforts won him the Man of the Rally Award. Richard Iliff, second overall in the championship before the Arkle, borrowed someone else's escort in an unsuccessful attempt to maintain his challenge. The last stage. Drummond has been off for a minute or more. Now he has it all to do. Stokes can hardly believe his luck. With victory suddenly in sight, he's having a real go. The finish, and Drummond needs to take 19 seconds off Stokes on the stage, but he only just makes it across the line. His engine sounds sick, but not half as sick as Tony himself.
I think Stokes should run it.
Yeah. How was it, Kenny?
Disastrous.
Why, what's happened?
Oh, it flew off in the bushes, you know, and made a mess of it.
There are no such problems for Stokes, but has he gone fast enough to take victory for the team known affectionately as the Gloucestershire Hillbillies? As they approach the line, co-driver Bill Andrews is trying to work it all out.
You need to have a time of less than 8:14 to have beaten him. Let me down.
8:03.
In that case, you should have beaten quite comfortably.
So we've won.
The other put you further in the lead of the championship.
Have it?
Yeah, near side rear.
Oh, sorry, I concur that.
What do you think about the event?
Fantastic.
We hit 2 trees on the second stage. We came up the
Same
stage. No, we hit the first one. We took the side wing off. We thought we were okay, and we went about 10 yards further on, and we hit another one flat, straight in front.
When will you get it fixed by?
Well, hopefully about 2 weeks' time. We're doing an event in Farnborough. But we're doing the Castrol 76 in Wales, hopefully, in October. So it's got to be ready by then.
The amazing British summer was over when the championship took to the forests of central Wales for the Castrol 76. This was the 9th round, and only Stokes, Drummond, Hill or Faulkner could win the series now. The rally was notable for some new sights. Billy Coleman in the Stratus, which soon stopped working. Nigel Rockey still sorting out his Mark II Escort. Well, almost. Leyland's answer to the Stratus.
Driven 1 to Sherpa 1, come in please.
You've got a puncture, don't you? Excuse me, excuse me.
Fuck it off.
How long you driven like that, Brian?
Last night, 6 miles on the stage. Get the spare. This is the second puncture we've had.
Oh, dear.
And marvellous.
Hey, how you doing, David?
Well, not too bad. We've had the back brakes go on. They seized on the first stage, on about the second corner, I think. And they were holding us back. There's a well, I call it a dodgy arrow on one of the brows. It pointed right on the right-hand side, and straight on the left-hand side. And the obvious place to go was to the right, and it was wrong. 2 or 3 have been up there, from what I can see of it. But we didn't drop too much time on the first stage. Perhaps I don't know, 20 seconds to our average time.
So you think you're still in the lead in the championship?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll try anyway. It's a long way to go yet. A long way to go. That's only 30 miles then. There's another 56 to do yet.
Chris Lord had a monumental accident on this stage, but went on to win the Group 1 championship by just 1 point. Hot rod racer Barry Lee making a return to rallying in the Datsun that won the Acropolis Rally.
It's all very close. Yeah.
What's the situation, John?
Oh, well, at the moment, we're in 3rd place. We're about 34 seconds adrift on Ari Vatanen and about 6 seconds adrift on Pentti Auricula. We had a puncture, though. We were in 5-second lead after the first stage. Then we had a puncture of 5.2 miles from the end of the
of this last stage, and that lost us a lot of time.
We carried on with it, but eventually the wheel shed the tyre completely, and we lost about 30 seconds, something like that. Otherwise, fine. A fabulous stage. Fabulous.
Super stages. I like really those long ones, and you really get it going, and you don't have to finish before you are warmed up.
Very good stages. We only have had some problems with brakes, but that doesn't really mean so much. You know, the brakes are our biggest enemy of speed anyway.
Auricular is winning it. Russell Brooks got a puncture on the last one and dropped him back a bit. I believe the Works TR7 is second place. Nigel Rocky third, Paul Faulkner fourth. I think we're fifth.
What's happening here, Dave?
Oh, we burst the strip's burst in half at the top inside. It's only just held on. I knew there was something wrong, but I didn't know what it was, but I just caught the strut and it just bends right in half. So I managed to borrow one off Paul Faulkner and I'm going to fit it. I hope.
Do you know what's happened to Harry at all?
Well, it looked as though he went off on a sort of a right-hander, slightly downhill, cambered away to the left a little bit, and it looked as though he went and nudged the bank and then did a bit of a spin down the road. I don't think he rolled, but it looked as though he just hit the bank and then sort of skidded down the road.
What happened, Harry?
I mean, I think you're going to see it without saying.
How did it happen?
That's one of those things.
Bad luck?
No, not bad luck. My fault. Not bad luck.
Better luck next time, anyway.
All right, let's hope so.
So what happens next? Where do we go next?
Down to half run, the longest stage of the rally, which is about 23 miles long. Similar to this morning's half run, but they put an extra loop in it.
This 23-mile marathon stage turned out to be crucial to the results of the Castrol 76 rally. It demanded more of some drivers than they had to give. Even the aces found it hot work.
What was that stage?
Oh, it was like in sauna. Very hot, as you can see.
Very long. Longest stage there has been, isn't it, wasn't it?
Well, I like long stages, and we have in Finland very long stages, so it wasn't any, real difference, but it was very slippery. Very, very slippery.
Do you think you're maintaining your lead then? Do you think you've done?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It looks like we took 59 seconds off Penty on that long stage. That means that we're now 55 seconds in front of him, so we can afford to take it fairly easy on this next little short one, which we do twice.
The big thing about the last two stages, they've got a very, very deep ford in them. It's about a foot deep, and it'd be very easy to drown the engine out in the ford. And so you could throw everything away. So we've put lots of waterproofing around the engine, and we'll see how we get on.
Robinson on her way to the Ladies' Award. And getting in everyone else's way.
Russell, John, congratulations. Very nice to see you. How's it gone?
Excellent, Roger, excellent. It's been a superb rally. I was a little downhearted when we had 2 punctures and we had to do about 15 miles on flat tyres because it cost us in like 2.5 minutes, but it's all turned out right in the end.
Well, we finished 18th on the last one, much as we discussed, but, you know, it's all the gears for a minute and a half, but, you know, we'll try our luck again today. We can get enough places ahead of him, we can beat him to the championship. If he gets a puncture in the wrong place or something, you know, you know, we're going to try awfully hard.
Well, it's a bit dodgy, really. We're going to fight it out to the bitter end, it seems. You know, if we have a fall over today, that's it, you know. So we're just hoping for the best.
But what is this? Don't you have to finish in the first 6 or something like that?
Yes, if we don't finish in the first 6, that's it. You know, we've lost the money, so we need that. So we'll have to just be careful, I suppose.
5, 4, 3.
The 1976 Castrol Autosport Championship began in the forests of North Yorkshire. Now competitors were back on the same stages for the climax. But the situation was very different from that in February. The railer would see a straight fight for the title between Stokes and Drummond, and all the money was on Drummond. He was on his home territory. Young Malcolm Wilson, too, was trying very hard. Tony Fawkes got his escort to work at last and was placed 2nd overall at the finish. Tony Pond was there to test improvements to the TR7's handling. Faulkner's car wasn't quite right either. He must have been in a hurry to get to lunch at Scarborough.
So how's it gone this morning then?
Oh, no problems, you know. We've gouged a bit of a hole in the floor. It's been a bit wet, you know, but apart from that, no problem.
Do you know where you're lying?
We're leading, I think, but I don't think they've got all the times in yet. You know, but not by much. I think we're 11 seconds in front of Pond. But we lost a bit on the first stage.
Why?
Hadn't woken up. So like the proverbial older woman, as you always say.
I don't really know where we are. Where we are overall at the moment. Bill's still working it out. He's wandered off somewhere. I can't find him. But I've got the AP products man looking at my front brakes. We seem to have the front brakes seized on most of the time. We had one overshoot on the last stage. I hit the brakes and I released the pedal, but the brakes didn't release, and we shot off into the bushes. We didn't do any damage and lost 10, 15 seconds, I presume, something like that. But you know, we've got a couple of hours.
Well, you just didn't go fast enough, you know. Sort of toured round instead of flying a bit, you know.
But you've managed to kind of put your well in a bit since then?
Yeah. Mm.
So the chances look good for the championship then?
I hope so, yeah, but you never know, right? We'll be lucky, you know.
He wasn't lucky. His car drowned its electrics in a puddle that afternoon, and water had decided yet another rally. Stokes battled on with his faulty brakes. Victory in the championship was now within his grasp. It had been a two-man fight from midway through the season. The technical superiority of a Yorkshire engineer against the enthusiasm and persistence of a Gloucestershire baker. Nobody gave Stokes much of a chance at the end, but he ignored the pundits and brought off a classic underdog's victory over the favourite. He was understandably delighted.
Great, fantastic. Drummond's off on a stage with the with drowned out water, and he was about, I don't know, six minutes behind us. But I've gone past him again now. He's parked on the stage. I think as long as we're 15th or higher, we've won the championship. I think we've done it.